So why would you spend an extra $310 and get the VL300 over the SL200 Mark II? Well, that's what this video is about, so sit back, relax, and let's get it. What's going on, my friends? My name is Jason. I hope you're all doing really well. Now, Godox were kind enough to send me the VL300 along with a couple other things in a project that I had to shoot, and it required a really powerful moonlight, which the VL300 came in absolutely clutch. It also came with a awesome light tube that I've been shooting with my last couple of videos, the TL60, which in itself is incredible, but if you want me to do a review on that, just comment below as well. So the Godox 300 has a few similarities to the SL200 Mark II, but what are the key differences that makes this one double the price to this? So the VL300 is a 300 watt cob light, whereas the SL200 is a 200 cob light. They both have very similar CRI ratings of 96 and very similar form factor, as you can see right here. The SL200 weighs a little bit heavier at 3.3 kilos, whereas the VL300 weighs in at 2.64 kilos. Now, the key difference is that the VL300 actually comes in a really nice travel bag. That is actually a hard case, so it's really well built, it's durable, and as opposed to the SL200, it doesn't come with anything, so it's good. It also has a really good built-in light dome reflector as well as a comparison to the SL200 Mark II. And this is actually powered by V-Lock as well. So it's dual powered, you can do DC power or V-Lock. As you can see by this control panel here, you have the V-Lock, dual V-Lock on the back, and you've got all the adjustments here. Whereas all the adjustments on the SL200 is on directly on the back of the device, as opposed to this control panel over here. Now, there's a whole bunch of other different cords that it comes with as well. The XLR cable. Now, don't forget, this is a 4-prong XLR cable. This isn't like your typical audio XLR. This is for lighting. This is the, I suppose, an adapter slash converter. And then you obviously come with this cord as well. But there's a whole bunch more that you get with the VL300 as opposed to the SL200 Mark II. But how is the power output different between these two? Obviously, this is a 300 watt, this is a 200 watt. You would imagine the 300 watt is, much more powerful. But I'll also throw in the SL60 in comparison to these two, just so you can have a bit of a reference, because I know a lot of people have the SL60s. That is pretty much the OG when it comes to YouTube videos. So I'll throw in the SL60 in comparison to these, and we'll see them side by side. So all three of these lights were captured in the same lighting conditions, which was pretty much nothing in my lounge room. So the VL300 is on the left, the SL200 in the middle, and the SL60 on the right hand side. We start off at 10%, and then we increase it to 25%. Then we increase it to 50%, increasing it to 75% now. And we are at full 100%. And you can see the SL200 actually has the fan mode on, so it does actually receive the full power. Now, I guess one thing that a lot of YouTubers and filmmakers actually want to know is how loud is the fan? Now, the SL60 is relatively loud. I'm using the SL60 right now, and I can hear the fan. It's actually quite annoying. The SL200 and the VL300 is pretty quiet. Now, one thing I do have to mention, regardless of which light you actually choose and depending on the scenarios, but a large softbox is actually the ultimate key to get nice, softer light. The larger the light source, the softer the light will actually be. If it's a smaller light source, you'll actually have harsher shadows and it won't be as soft, even though you're at very similar distance. That's what's going to be happening. So just make sure, large light source. I've got the 120 centimeter dome by Godox, and it's incredible. It's super large and it gives a really soft shadow fall off. Overall, the VL300 is a stronger light. Now, it does come in cheaper at $749 as opposed to its main competition, which is the Aputure 300D Mark II, which is $1,099 US. That's a significant difference between those two brands. Now, if you are wanting something a little bit more powerful in the SL200 Mark II, this is pretty much a no-brainer. But if you aren't needing that extra power or battery power option, the SL200 Mark II is kind of hard to beat there. It's a really good, strong light. For a very strong moonlight, this works extremely well. I've actually used the SL200 for a moonlight as well. Not as powerful, especially if you are trying to mimic moonlight in daylight. You are trying to struggle against, the powerful daylight. But this VL300 is a really good addition to my arsenal when it comes to having a really strong, powerful light. And as always, overall, it really depends on what you shoot. If you're shooting YouTube videos, the VL300 definitely is not necessary. If you're shooting short films and other creative things like that and you need extra power, VL300 all the way. It is a fantastic light and a really good addition to your arsenal. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. That would be absolutely amazing. Comment below if you have either one of these lights or a different light. Have you got the Aputure light? What do you think of your lighting? Will you be investing in something bigger than your SL60? SL200 Mark II or VL300, VL150. These come in a whole bunch of different ranges. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, let's get it.